Good evening, South Tama Trojan fans. Welcome to another night of basketball here on Trojan Country. We are live from the STC Roundhouse, and we're glad you're with us. Tonight, the STC Trojans welcome in the nearby Meskwaki Warriors for a South Tama County showdown. Really glad to see this matchup get into the schedule for South Tama and Meskwaki. Traditionally, two schools hadn't played each other much, but the last few years they've gotten together, and it's really been a great thing to have. Just pulling the communities together, and we're excited to be here. We've got boys and girls varsity action coming your way tonight. It is also Coaches versus Cancer night for both programs, as there's a whole set of activities going on outside of the gym this evening. They're doing some raffles, some donation pass the bag, and some games during half times and such, all in support of the American Cancer Society and cancer research. So proud to be a part of that, and the gym decorated nice this evening as well, with a pink theme throughout. So it's a fun night to be here at the Roundhouse. I'm Darvin Graham, and I'm joined by my co-host this evening, Hunter White. Hunter, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's really nice, like you mentioned in that intro there, get the communities together, of course, around a nice cause like supporting the American Cancer Society. And these two teams are so close together, even though they are in different divisions with the 1A and 2 classes. Still a fun, exciting game tonight. Excited for it all.
It's a great matchup here, especially on this on the girls varsity side. South Tama coming in looking for their first win of the season. They are 0-19. They played a couple of close games up to this point. Meskwaki Settlement, though, they have gotten themselves into a pretty good spot, near 500, just above 500 at 9-8 overall, and they are kind of on a roll here a bit. They've got a young team, and it'll be an interesting matchup. South Tama's been playing 3A and 4A teams. We just got done seeing top-ranked Clear Creek Amana. It doesn't really get much better than that in the state of Iowa. And so they get a chance to play down at a 1A competition level here tonight against Meskwaki. I think that could give South Tama some opportunity to have a little bit more room to work. But this is going to be a team in Meskwaki that is proven and has got some athletes, some senior leaders on their team. And so it's going to be a challenge for South Tama. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. The biggest thing here is that our girls are going to have to play all 4 quarters like they have in previous games. If they can, stem the tide, they could make this happen. Of course, Meskwaki girls, they are gritty with every single tooth and nail possible. They're going to fight back all 4 quarters, and they're not going to let it slip up.
And they've got some size. Kalena White, not going to be getting the start tonight, but we've seen her multiple years. She's a senior post player for them. South Tama is without Madison Hitchcock tonight, so they're going to be a little less deep in their bench. Hitchcock comes in and gives them some outside shooting and some support at the guard position. Has also started some games for South Tama. She's out with an injury tonight, and so that could prove interesting. We'll get into your starting lineups here in just a moment.
South Tama athletes are playing tonight's game in honor of the current high school staff cancer survivors, Michelle Bradley, Cindy Dunning, Jerry Ellenbecker, and Marlis Upah. The STC girls team would also like to play tonight's game in honor of KDC, who is their teammate Paige Crosby's mom. Katie is currently undergoing cancer treatment, and we are sure that the Meskwaki players and coaches have friends and loved ones that they are playing in honor of as well. Our teams greatly appreciate any contribution you can offer, large or small. Every donation is meaningful and helps make a difference in the fight against cancer. Your support helps the American Cancer Society save lives every day by helping people stay well and get well, by finding cures, and by fighting back against cancer. Your gift will mean so much to our efforts to assist those who really need our help right now. Without your generosity, this night would not be possible. Again, thank you for making a difference and being a community that cares. Please make sure you visit over here in the corner, Steve Beard and Taylor Upah at our Coaches versus Cancer table. to everybody. Thank you.
All right, you just heard the words of Marcia Kiana, South Tama's assistant girls coach, talking about the kind of importance of the Coaches versus Cancer initiative. It's been something that's been going on at South Tama for a long time. And of course, cancer is such a wide-reaching disease that has affected so many. In my family in particular, I don't know,
Yes.
Hunter, for you as well. Yep. And it shouldn't go without saying, this should be something I think that gets talked about at all levels, politically, in conversation, kind of up and down. But Iowa, the leader in states in the nation in cancer rates, that's a significant issue, and it's something that bears a lot of effort and focus as we and future generations go forward. So. Thanks to all those that are putting together efforts with the American Cancer Society and the Coaches versus Cancer Initiative. And we're, of course, always thinking about those affected and those families that have fought the battle of cancer. So, all right, coming into tonight, we'll get into your starting lineups here. First, for the visitors from Meskwaki Settlement. Starters will be number 3, Sophie Shikazi. She's a 5'6" junior guard. And then number 5, 5'7" freshman Sade Kapeyu. Another guard, number 10, 5'6" senior Sia Bear. Freshman, number 13, 5'8" guard Dorothy Bear. And at the forward position, number 25, 5'6" freshman Isabella Kapeyu. Do you have any stat averages for these players, Hunter?
Yes, looking here, Dorothy Bear averages 11.9 points per game. That is a field goal percentage of 37.1%. Sia Bear has 9.9 points per game. Dorothy Bear also leads rebounds, 7.3, 3.8 offensive, 3.6 defensive. And Sia Bear leads the assist with 4 per game.
Yeah, really some talented freshmen, and Dorothy Bear leading the way offensively. But at that guard position, Sia Bear, she's a state qualifier in track and cross country, I believe. And so she's a very talented athlete in her own right. And now as a senior has provided some leadership for this Meskwaki squad. And now looking at your STC Trojans. Starters for South Tama. Freshman, 5'4", point guard, number 2, Olivia Halla. At the shooting guard position, number 20, 5'5", senior Takaya Rosenberger. At the small forward, number 22, 5'7", senior Sienna Defoe. At the power forward position tonight, number 5, scoring leader and co-captain Kayla Heck. And at the 5, the other co-captain, number 4, junior Jeanette Cervantes. So again, South Tama without the services of Madison Hitchcock tonight, so they'll be a little thinner at the guard position. Kind of looking down South Tama's scoring, Kayla Heck leads, averaging just over 8 points per game, and then it kind of drops off after that. There's different girls that have kind of jumped in and have led the team in multiple games, but South Tama being down so frequently against mismatched WAMAC school opponents, the scoring often just does not get to a point where you can really establish a clear leader. So Kayla Heck at 8, just under 8.5 points per game, and then from there on, nobody is above 4 points per game. So Jasleen Lastly off the bench will be an impact and has been. She can really shoot the 3 for South Tama. Olivia Halla, when she's got space to work inside, she's really got good ball control and has a nose for the basket. She's just undersized, and against 6 foot, 5'10" post players, things get really clogged up for her when she tries to get into the paint. So some things to look forward to for South Tama.
Now for your starting lineups.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's just one of the things where, you just wish you could actually look at the strength of schedule and you can see the disparity. And it's really difficult when, you'll have off days and you're playing a really tough opponent like Clear Creek Amana, and you get maybe 2 points throughout the game. Well, that's all 4 quarters, and that really dilutes a lot of the effort these ladies have been really putting in, especially in the second half of the season.
Yep. All right, I'd like to say thank you to our, here, we're going to have our national anthem. Well, no, We'll go through the sponsors real quick. Thank you to Berkwood Village of Tama, Toledo, Salt Creek Wind, Mercy Care Tama, Iowa Premium, State Bank of Toledo, Hardens, S&S Car Wash, Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Appraisal and Realty Services, Robach Lumber, Stein Robach Floor Coverings, Medicap Pharmacy, Mark West and Hoyer Law Office, Assured Partners Insurance, Sharn Webbers, and TFD Photo and Film. All of our Trojan Country broadcasts also made possible by the Charlie Townsley Memorial. The STC Activity Boosters also partnering with STC tonight. They're working the raffle table and have some donation baskets set up for that. So thanks to them for their work here tonight as well. We're going to just turn on the mic and let you hear the national anthem. We'll be right back with tip-off here at the Roundhouse. All right, we're ready for tip-off here at the Roundhouse. South Tama and Meskwaki Settlement facing off here on a Monday, a busy week of action for many teams around the state as we had a lot of cancellations in the middle of January, and so some makeup games getting forced into this last week of competition, playoffs starting over the weekend, and so kind of a scramble to the finish for, especially for the girls teams needing to get games in. That's where we find ourselves here this week. And I think South Tama with 4 games on the schedule this week, including their playoff game, which will be hosted here at the Roundhouse, kind of a thing we haven't had in a while. And so South Tama is going to be hosting Benton. That comes as Benton has a conflict at their venue. So Benton will be the home team, but South Tama gets to play host that evening.
Yeah, looking for the Trojans for an exciting week of basketball, and we are now underway.
Cervantes got the tip, but it'll be Meskwaki to start with it.
Already got some offense being called, kind of working at top of the key. Drives into the paint, guarded there by Defoe. That ball's poked out from the corner. No
Long
good.
3 is off the mark for number 5, Sade Capeyu. And it goes out of bounds, South Tama ball. So a turnover to start things off for the Warriors. And here comes South Tama. Starters again for STC, Olivia Halla, Kayla Heck in the backcourt there. As a turnover will start things off for the Trojans as well. Takaya Rosenberger, Sienna Defoe, and Jeanette Cervantes, the other starters.
Yeah, the other things that you kind of got to look for here is just sort of kind of stem the tide. This is a good Meskwaki team. They're going to try everything in their effort to get up early, but you can't let that happen. And there is a deep 2 here. Rims in and out, and Defoe will come down with the rebound.
South Tama coming up the other way. Kayla Heck over to Defoe, and it bounces in. First points of the day for South Tama.
And here comes Bear. She'll work inside the paint, gets a nice open look and pass to Dorothy there. Already tied.
Kayla Heck coming up now.
Nice 3 ball, goes off the glass. Offensive rebound for South Tama.
Rosenberger's bank shot, no good. Sophie Shikazi, the rebound for the Warriors. Shikazi coming over after playing her sophomore season last year with the Trojans. She's now transferred over to Meskwaki Settlement and starting for the Warriors. Turnover from the Warriors gives it back to South Tama.
Yeah, the one thing that South Tama really has to work on, especially in this game, if they're going to stem the tide of this Meskwaki Warrior offense, is you got to stop the key players. You got to stop both of the Bears, and you have to stop Shikaze. Really good. As a 3-ball now comes from Cervantes just off the glass, but offensive rebound for Olivia Holla. The shot clock resets, and Heck will take a deep 3. And again, another offensive rebound coming from Olivia Holla.
So a good rebounding effort for South Tama. See if they can get some points on the board here. Heck goes inside to Cervantes. She's got an open look. Nothing happening there.
3-ball now for Takaya. This is too strong. Another offensive rebound.
Scramble on the bottom. It's going to be a jump ball. And the arrow, let's see here, stays with South Tama. Trojans keep the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I really like, crashing the boards there offensively. That, keeps South Tama in this.
Shikaze to the bench, and in for Meskwaki is Kalena White, as Kayla Heck comes from the right side and puts in a layup for 2, her first points of the night. White, a 5'9" senior forward, and really adding. Here's a 3-pointer in the corner. It's good.
Wow.
That was Sade Kapeyu dropping in a 3. So White really adds some size down low and to me, she looks closer to 5'10", but
yeah,
it's hard to tell. South Tama is a pretty short team themselves, and Kayla Heck back-to-back buckets.
A nice little deep 2 there for able to keep it within the 2 points.
Bear the screen, the pass down low to White, and she draws a foul, and will go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on number 5 of South Tama. That's Kayla Heck's first. First team foul for anybody here. First foul of the night. 2 shots coming for Meskwaki's Kalena White. Bounces twice and drops in for a point. Azalee Morgan checking in for the Trojans. She'll come in for Jeanette Cervantes down low. White on the second. Again, banks it off the board, but that'll work for 2.
Hall's going to go ahead and they're doing a full court press, and South Tama's going to have to call a timeout.
South Tama is coached by head coach Dina Kiana, and she's assisted by Marsha Kiana. The Warriors, meanwhile, are coached by head coach Heath Brown, and he's assisted by Jaden Davenport. Timeout here on the court. The crowd slowly filtering in here. Sometimes it's a little bit of a slow trickle before we get a little later in the evening, and the boys' games sometimes draw a little bit bigger of a crowd, but so far a nice sized group. Might even be a little more Meskwaki fans in the house tonight. So it's good to see a good community turnout so far, and I think we'll see even more as the night goes on.
Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting a filled roundhouse tonight. Heck will inbound. Goes over to Holla, and she'll go ahead and get it across the timeline to Morgan, to Defoe. Quick action as this one's quickly dished out, and Heck will lose it.
She had Heck open down low, but the pass just came a little too quick, and South Tama's pacing just kind of hasn't gotten put together yet.
Kick out 3.
Kapeyu again from the corner. Swished the first one, but airballed the second one, and it will be South Tama ball after it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good effort, though, by Dorothy Bear, able to go for it, but still got to keep working on some of those fundamentals here. As this ball
will be called for traveling on the other end.
Unfortunate.
We're knotted at 6. Meskwaki coming down the court now. This is a freshman, Dorothy Bear. She goes over to Sia Bear.
We'll drive in, kick out over to Shakuzi. Again, top of the keys, Bear. She'll go ahead, pass back in, drives into the lane here. And too strong on the effort.
It's a good look there by Dorothy Bear, but the ball just kind of found the out-of-bounds area. Trojans get it back here. Both teams kind of figuring things out, trying to find any kind of rhythm. Holla brings it across the court. Sienna Defoe on the baseline. Loose ball poked away. Steal by Capeyu. Bear the rebound. And that was Isabella Capeyu on the jumper. It was no good, and the Trojans recover. Now Takaya Rosenberger will have it, top of the key, working against the zone defense of the Meskwaki Warriors.
This one's poked again by Bear. She'll drive rim to rim and doesn't get it.
Good defense by Olivia Holla. Holla up the court. They go down low to Defoe. She's open. Bank shot for two. Sienna Defoe has 4 so far, and South Tama takes a 2-point lead.
That's going to be a quick foul on Heck.
So Kayla Heck picking up 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's just really difficult, especially with your senior scoring leader.
Bear goes around the defender, gets to the baseline, collides underneath. The ball goes loose. Holla picks it up. Now to Rosenberger at the top. Quick shot there by Heck. It's good from the baseline.
Good heads-up play, passing the ball around. That's exactly what the South Tama girls need to do.
Kayla Heck leading with 6. There's another steal. Holla got a hand in there. Holla on the fast break, and she converts for 2.
Wow, this is exactly the pressure that they need to apply. Good pocket picking there by the freshman.
Just over 2.5 minutes to go. Meskwaki with the ball.
It's going to be dribbled out right hand. Top of key is going to be Sia Bear. Passes over to Capeyu. And then Bear again. Dorothy's going to dribble this out. Gets the screen from Sia. Top of key now. She'll dish it out over
10 seconds on the shot clock.
To Capeyu. And that's swatted by Morgan.
Azalee Morgan the steal. Trojans seeing some pressure. Plenty of time though. The fast break sees Kayla Heck from the left side, and she puts it down.
And with that,
she's hit from both sides of the court so far. Now a timeout.
And those are deep 2 looks too from either end of the court. That's exactly what you want coming out from your scoring leader.
Yeah, Kayla Heck firing tonight with a 1A opponent. She's got to feel like, okay, now I got the green light. We got to go and try and get the most out of each possession. She's done that so far here in the first quarter.
Exactly. You can't think about the shot too much. Otherwise, you're going to not think about getting the shot in.
Yeah.
And you just got to grab it and go. And that's exactly what she's been doing tonight.
Back onto the court for South Tama. Holla, Rosenberger, Heck, Morgan, and Defoe for the Warriors. White, Isabella Capeyu, Sade Capeyu, Dorothy Bear, and now in off the bench, number 2, Eva Roberts. Roberts, a freshman guard for the Warriors.
It's going to be taken over, guarded by Holla. Gets a nice swat in there by Heck. It's going to dribble out for the Warriors. Again, top of key is going to be White. 3 ball.
Sade Capeyu, 3-pointer, no good. She had one earlier in the quarter, but now a scramble will give the ball back to the Warriors. White underneath, gets loose. Helena White for 2.
And that's exactly what they need to do. They need to press the attack as this ball's now taken away, but the ball kind of thrown away.
Yeah, both teams struggling to control it in the middle of the court.
Yeah.
Meskwaki back with it now with just over a minute to go.
Dorothy Bear's going to pass it over to Capeyu. She'll dish it inside, works in the paint to Morgan, and gets the foul call.
White likes that mismatch with Azalee Morgan down low. She knows she's got the size advantage, probably a little height advantage too, and she draws the foul there going in for the layup. First foul of the night for Azalee Morgan, the sophomore forward. 3rd team foul for the Trojans.
First one just off the mark, and she knows it too. She was shooting 2 for 2. Now she is 2 for 3 from the line tonight.
Aubrey Dolezal, the junior center, comes in relief of Sienna Defoe. White's 2nd free throw, also no good.
It had a nice arc on it. Oh, this one's going to be picked by Capeyu, but
almost, yeah,
yeah,
then stolen right back.
Yeah.
Under a minute now. Trojans with the ball, open look for Heck, and it rattles through.
How about that? Kayla Heck already with out double digits.
40 seconds for the Warriors.
Oh, nice effort by White.
Ball gets loose underneath. Here's a three-pointer for Roberts. Kayla Heck the rebound. She saw a teammate, but the teammate was turned the other direction, and a shot by the Warriors goes out of bounds, so South Tama kind of escapes without any injury there. Isabella Capeyu goes to the bench, and back into the game is Sophie Shikazi.
Rosenberger's going to take a deep shot.
Kind of a softball throw there, and it gets picked off by the Warriors. Shikazi gets it, and
yeah, she fumbled it there.
So she got it, and then South Tama trapped her, and she stepped out of bounds.
Yep. So Heck's going to inbound over to Rosenberger. Takai's got 15 seconds on the clock. Winding down. Morgan's top of key. Passes into Dozal. She's triple teamed, and the ball's stolen away. Dorothy Bear, end to end.
From the left, and number 13, Dorothy Bear with the bucket at the buzzer, and she's got 4, and we go to the second quarter break. We will be back after this, after a word from our sponsors. Thanks for being with us here on Trojan Country. Welcome back in live from the STC Roundhouse. Darvin Graham and Hunter White with you here on the call. South Tama, after one, up 17-10, and that's really come off the back of Kayla Heck. She got hot in that first quarter. She leads all scorers with 10 so far. But both teams kind of struggling to control the ball, too. That's going to be a big point of emphasis, I think, for both coaches as we go into the second.
As this one's quickly stolen away.
Paige Krosky into the game for South Tama now. Kayla Heck working with 2 fouls.
So Krosky's going to go ahead, left-hand side, up over to Rosenberger. Back to Heck, left-hand side. Dozal's going to work that inside. Rosenberger's going to dribble into the paint. Kicks back out to Krosky. Rosenberger, Morgan. Now on the right-hand side, double-teamed as the shot clock's under 7 now. Deep shot from Rosenberger's too shallow.
No good. Sia Bear tracks down the rebound, and here come the Warriors. Sade Capeyu from the left side. Back to Bear.
She's going to be double teamed. 3 ball.
Eva Roberts for the 3 again. Rebound for Shikazi.
She'll drive into the paint.
Back to Sophie Shikazi, and it's no good. Takaya Rosenberger the rebound, and she's up on a fast break down the sideline.
It's going to slow down that offense.
Krosky cocks and fires. No good.
Good job, Morgan, breaking the offensive glass, but doesn't get the foul called.
Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans. South Tama working with a 7-point lead here in the second quarter. Low scoring battle between the Trojans and the Warriors.
This one's stolen away.
Shikazi gets some contact there. The ball comes loose. Long 3 for Kayla Heck. Off the mark. Morgan loses the handle. They go to the deck. Jump ball.
It's going to be Trojans' possession, though, so we still keep it on the offensive position. And I believe, is this the deepest that South Tama has gone early in a game? Because I think
the bench-wise, yeah, it could be. It could be.
I was going to say, because I've already got 3 off the bench and able to make something happen there.
South Tama without Jasleen Lasley. Or is that her there? No. Yeah, the Trojans without Jasleen Lasley tonight, too.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I hadn't clocked that, but looking down at the bench here, I don't see her with the team tonight.
All right, so Bear's going to pass out over deep 2. A little too strong off the mark, but
put back by Dorothy Bear. It's no good, and a foul is going to be called off of that rebound attempt. It's going to be against Meskwaki. It'll be against Dorothy Bear. That'll be her first, team first for the second quarter. So it must be Krosky kind of stepping in to that reserve guard position that Lastly typically fills. With her not with the team tonight, that kind of brings Krosky, the next player, up.
Yeah, Dozal takes the bench, and now for the game is going to be Peyton Vanderwall.
Travel on the South Tama side. Kayla Heck kind of got stuck up on the left perimeter. A lot of turnovers here so far in this first half.
Yeah, I've got each team clocked with 4.
Three-pointer by Roberts. This one is good.
How about that? Bottom of the net for Roberts.
First points of the night for her.
Cervantes and Heck will take it across the timeline. And Vanderwall gets that ball stolen away. Rosenberger tries to mess it up there. Big block by Jeanette Cervantes.
And Sia Bear came up with the loose ball. She dribbled it off of her foot, kind of accidentally there. Just in off the bench a moment ago, number 22, Sophie Balderas, in for the Warriors. She's a senior forward. So both teams really going deep here in their bench tonight.
Yeah, might as well. As this one, it was a good look on the inside.
Yeah,
just Balderas kind of lost it.
Had to go around a player, and it got poked loose. Here's the Trojans now. Cervantes, open down low. She tried to get it to Vanderwall, but it got thrown away. I'd like to see her put it on the court and go up for it. Sia Bear on the fast break. Picked up her dribble, had to pass it outside. Dorothy Bear for a 3. Balderas, the putback. Now Cervantes gets a foul call after the loose ball.
Yeah, that's the one good thing that South Tama has been able to do is apply that pressure, kind of make some things happen offensively and defensively. Unfortunately, that we're giving up just as many turnovers as we're forcing.
Krosky and Rosenberger to the bench. Back on for South Tama, Holla and Defoe.
Heck will give it over to Holla.
The foul there was on Sophie Balderas, her first.
And
ball goes out of bounds, but stays with South Tama.
Yeah, Sia just kind of got a little nice hand in there, but you know, I really like the fresh breath of air that South Tama offensively has been able to run tonight.
Holla at the point. Gets a little screen by Defoe, but it stays on the outside. Cervantes down low to Heck. She picks up her dribble and passes back outside. Holla catches it down low, but she had a defender kind of right in her chest as soon as she came down with it, and it ends up going out of bounds. Turnover, South Tama. 4-point lead here for the Trojans, though.
Still really like good things happening offensively, just, you know, miscommunication there. And that is going to be...
I think a foul call on South Tama.
Yeah.
Holla will pick up her first personal.
Yeah, but, you know, you still got to welcome the pressure. That's exactly what South Tama needs to do. You'll just get a couple of those called here. Deep 2 now for Roberts.
Balderas with a putback. Kayla Heck goes into the fray, and a jump ball will be called after she got tangled up with Dorothy Bear. Stays with the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, still, both of these teams playing very competitively and with a little over 4 minutes left.
Quick inbound pass to Sade Capeyu. Cervantes the rebound.
That's stripped away by
Dorothy Bear. Both teams, what we're seeing a lot is players catching a ball, maybe off of a pass or off of an inbound, and defenders are going right in to try and rip the ball out because they kind of realize that
they're kind of...
Each team is not protecting the ball, you know, well enough.
Yeah, here's this one's going to get stripped away from Vanderwall.
Similar thing.
And this is going to be a little tie-up here.
And I think that's just the the skill of being able to move quickly with the ball and having that sort of the decision making and the action from the head down to the feet and get everything moving quickly at once. That's really a more complex skill that I think both of these teams are working on still.
Yeah, ball control is going to be a major part in who wins this.
Dorothy Bear, no good, but Valderas on the putback. And that narrows the lead to 2 for South Tama. They've been held scoreless in this second quarter, but their 7-point lead from the first has kept them ahead so far. Now a foul underneath the hoop on the South Tama end. And it's going to be on Valderas.
Yeah. But again, you still got to applaud these girls able to kind of fight in here.
Yep.
As Kalena White is going to come in for Valderas. So Heck will go ahead and work it right-hand side. Defoe top of key, passes into Heck, and
tip loose. Let's see who it's against. It'll be Meskwaki ball. Last touch by Olivia Holla.
Yeah, you can't let the tides switch now. You have to apply that pressure. You got to get good, clean looks.
And it's an important moment here to sort of, you're working towards where you're going to be going into halftime now with a couple minutes left, 3 minutes left on the clock. Three-pointer from Sade Kapeyu. That's her second of the night.
And that was just huge for the Warriors here as Morgan's going to bobble this pass from Holla, and she is going to get pushed out of bounds.
I think it's going to be a foul on Dorothy Bear. That'll be her second.
So Heck will go ahead and inbound here. Over to Defoe. Cervantes, top of key. Pass to Heck. She's going to work in the inside with a floater, too strong. And Cervantes will get the offensive rebound.
Back out to Heck. I think she got some contact there, and the three-pointer falls short. It goes out of bounds. Meskwaki ball with 2.5 to go now in this first half.
Yeah, and that's going to be a timeout called for, I believe, South Tama.
A lot of contact here in this one as both teams kind of getting a little more physical as they're sort of seeing each other, seeing the opportunity to sort of shoulder in, get hands on the ball and try for takeaways. It's made the game a little more physical, but it's been close there so far still.
Absolutely, and the referees, they're not really calling a lot of those physical calls. They're letting the girls play.
Yeah.
And if the referees are going to allow you to play as tough and aggressively and as close as that, might as well go for it. Of course, both teams should be full court pressing, and we haven't seen a lot of South Tama doing that. Of course, they've had more turnovers as well because of the pressure that the Warriors have been able to apply.
Broadcast update for you. We will be live again on Thursday of this week. Tomorrow, the teams travel to Benton Community for a WAMAC Conference doubleheader. Both teams will be in action in Van Horn at the Benton High School. We will not have that one live, but you can tune in to the Benton Community YouTube, and you can catch a live feed of both games there. We'll be live again on Thursday of this week. South Tama boys are going to be hosting the Perry Blue Jays, and so that'll just be a boys varsity game starting around 7:15.
Sia Bear's going to go ahead and take this across the timeline. Back to Dorothy Bear. Sia Bear, she's going to drive into the paint. She's guarded by 2. Going to drive into the paint now for Bear. And
Sia Bear kind of got it knocked loose, out of bounds. South Tama ball. 1-point lead now for the Warriors as they look to kind of establish themselves going into halftime.
Yeah, they have to play a lot more aggressively, trying to get it across that timeline, just like that. Pick up your ball too early, and you get it stolen away.
So the pass from Heck got stripped away in the middle of the court. Dorothy Bear tried to dribble along her own baseline. It goes out of bounds, and now South Tama back with the ball.
Wow, look at this passing
up the court, but Heck unable to convert on the left-hand shot.
Ball gets swatted away by Cervantes. Holla's going to try and take the effort again, and Defoe will come down with it. But she is then going to be called for traveling
as she moved when she was on her knees there. And that turns it back over to the Warriors. Eva Roberts goes to the bench. And back on is Isabella Capello.
Bear's going to take a deep three.
Air ball long. Morgan the rebound. Now the Trojans.
Exactly what you need to do right now if you're Hala is you gotta create your own space with the elbow, be a little quick, try and get past the hips of the other player defending you. Deep two from Defoe, but that's a pass, and that will bring Morgan to the line.
Azalee Morgan draws the contact. Neither team has gotten to the free throw line very often. A lot of the fouls have been off the ball, or excuse me, non-shooting fouls. A lot of action in the middle of the court.
Yeah, Morgan currently shooting 25% from the line.
Misses on the first. Into the game for South Tama. Takaya Rosenberger will come in for Jeanette Cervantes. Sophie Shikazi will check in for Dorothy Bear. She's kind of been in the whole way this time so far for Meskwaki. She gets a much deserved rest.
Oh, nice offensive glass there by South Tama on both times, and it'll stay South Tama.
Stays with the Trojans as White and Capello couldn't quite corral it. Minute 25 left in the first half.
Morgan's going to take it right-hand side over to Heck. She's going to be double-teamed. Hala will take it right to left. Rosenberger will slow the offense as Hala's going to drive into the paint and gets the foul called.
So good thought here for South Tama to get themselves into free throw opportunities and get into the lane. Foul is going to be on number 20, Kalena White, her first. First one for Hala, no good.
Yeah, you just got to take deep breaths here and try and not think about it too much. You're only down by one.
Hala's second one is good.
So I expect Meskwaki to try and get as quick points as they can, but she traveled.
Shikazi will turn it over, traveling, and now South Tama has just over a minute on the clock.
Okay, South Tama got to slow down the pace here, get a good high percentage shot. Hala will go ahead, work right-hand side, Morgan and Defoe. All on that right-hand side. Shot fake, takes it to the rim and just in and out.
Sia Bear had it stripped away by Heck. Trojans come up with the steal. Back out to Rosenberger.
And with a whole new shot clock like this, you just want to take as much time as you can.
Kayla Heck drives left, airballs a shot. A steal by Defoe. Her layup is no good. And a jump ball underneath. Isabella Capello, Sienna Defoe getting tied up. Stays with the Trojans.
Yeah, again, you know, hats off to our ladies able to apply that offensive pressure. Quick math right here. I see about 8 steals.
Yeah, the inbound and the shot by Rosenberger is no good. Meskwaki Warriors recover.
Shot clock's off, gonna drive into the lane. What a move.
Kalena White will go back to the free throw line after a very athletic move underneath. Getting some contact from South Tama's Olivia Hala. That will be Hala's second personal.
White is currently shooting 34%
Good on
from
the first one. I think they'd be wise to get it down low to her as much as they can in the third.
Absolutely. She's got some length on it that they can use.
Misses on the second shot. South Tama with 15 seconds now. They can still take the lead here with a bucket. Long two from Kayla Heck is no good. Ball goes way out of bounds. Meskwaki ball.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of wanted to slow up that offense. I didn't mind the look by Heck. She's kind of been hot from that mid to long range. But you kind of want to get the last shot off here.
White, the shot fake, and the jumper is no good. And we go into the halftime break. South Tama now trailing Meskwaki 19-18 in a low-scoring game here at the Roundhouse. We're going to step aside. We'll be back after this. Thanks for being with us on Trojan Country.
varsity boys.
All right, we just had our STC dance team performing, and we're getting ready for our half-court $50 shot. We're going to welcome in our special guest host today, Curtis Kiana. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
What do you think so far? You've watched 2 quarters of basketball. What do you think about this game so far?
The defense really good this time.
Been a lot of turnovers, haven't there?
Yeah.
And a couple of three-pointers. What else have you seen out there on the court so far?
Fouls.
A lot of fouls. Yeah.
5 of them to Meskwaki and 3 in South Tama.
Yes, absolutely. I know you're a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, Curtis.
Yeah.
What have you? They're playing with the Super Bowl coming up here in a week or so.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the Kansas City Chiefs?
Good.
Yeah. What did you think about their
Defense?
They played good defense. Anything else from the last playoff game they played?
The Bills, the Ravens,
They beat the Ravens
by 7 points.
I know. It was a close one.
Yeah.
But they're on to the Super Bowl. How do you think they're going to do against the 49ers?
Good. Awesome.
Nice.
Kill them all.
No.
I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Yep. You've gotten to do the half court shot a few times. How hard is that down there to throw
Very
the ball?
hard.
Yeah. You got to really
Throw it.
get the shoulder in there.
Yeah. That wasn't to make it.
I know. You got a big line of kids stepping up here tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big shot.
That hit the timer.
Go.
Sure.
Jonathan had one last week. No good on that one. And of course, our camera doesn't pick up. It wants to be where the action is. So the camera keeps going back to the middle of the court. But the girls' $50 half-court contest put on by Darren Dolezal and Dolezal Farm Supply.
A little
It's been
too
a
strong.
fun activity throughout this basketball season this year.
Oh, that one missed.
Curtis, do you watch any college basketball or any NBA basketball? Do you like other basketball teams?
No.
Are
I
you
watch Iowa basketball.
Hawkeyes?
Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes, okay.
Boys and girls.
Yep. Been a really fun season for the girls team this year with Caitlin Clark.
The coach.
Yep. Lisa Bluter.
That was close. In and out.
Kate Woods about it.
There he is. Almost good on that one.
Who's your favorite player on the Chiefs?
Travis Kelce.
Me, mine too. Let's go. All right, man.
Bridgewater
Elise.
almost makes
Yeah.
it there, yeah.
Oh.
He's 35. He might be getting close to retirement here pretty soon.
Who?
Travis Kelce.
I know Jason Kelce retired.
Jason Kelce
Yeah,
retired.
he did.
Maybe his younger brother thought, it might not be so bad.
You can try during varsity boys. Sorry.
Ian.
All right, so if your mom's a coach for the girls team,
Yes.
if you're like talking to your players, like your mom talks to her players, what would you say to the players as they got to come out and play here in the second half?
Play tough.
Play tough. How
No
about
fouls.
No fouls. How about
No
on
turnovers.
offense? No turnovers. And on offense?
To the ball.
Yep. Protect the ball. You got it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Good crowd here tonight too.
Yeah.
Really nice to see everybody kind of filling in. I think the South Tama side is pretty well full at this point. It's hard to see with the camera like we have it, but
Nobody get $50.
nobody got $50
No.
today
No, first girls, but I'll do again. The varsity boys.
during the
Yeah.
boys game. Yes.
You have me against boys game after.
Yeah, you're coming back. We got you coming
Boys.
back at halftime of the boys game because we got to find out what you're thinking after the boys game.
boys.
Yeah. You were working at Fairway now. Is that
Yes,
right?
I am.
How are you enjoying that?
Good.
Good. What sort of things do you do down there? What do you keep busy doing?
Facing.
Yep.
I bring out groceries.
Yep. Well, make sure, South Tama fans, if you're into Fairway, look for Curtis during the week. Give him a high five. And always with a smile. Haven't seen you without a smile in Fairway. You do good.
Yeah.
All right.
The 2 minutes of cocktail.
2 minutes to go here. Let's give us some. Let's get through some stats here, kind of unofficial. First for the Warriors. Going down the list, they've had several players getting active on offense. They're led so far by Sade Kapeyu. She's got 2 3-pointers, leading the team with 6 is what I have her for. And then Kalena White, the senior forward, with 5. 3 of those came from the line, the free throw line. Dorothy Bear with 4. Eva Roberts with 3, and Sophie Balderas with 2.
Defensively, Dorothy Bear has 5 steals on the night. Been in a game leading, especially half leading, that I've seen in these matchups. Next up is Sade Kapeyu. She has 1 steal. Sia Bear has 3 rebounds. And the biggest thing I think tonight is what kind of tells the 18-19 score is White is 3 for 6 from the line. Normally the team is shooting 35%, but 50% tonight.
And then for the STC Trojans, they had a big first half performance from Kayla Heck. She scored 10 in the first quarter, and then was silent offensively in the second quarter. So 10 points leads for South Tama. They only got 1 point down. That was Olivia Holla scoring a free throw. Otherwise, they were held scoreless in the second quarter. So Olivia Holla with 3, Kayla Heck with 10, and Sienna Defoe with 4, and that does it for South Tama scoring so far in this first half.
Olivia Holla has 3 offensive rebounds. She's really been trying to put in this effort. And what's really kept, like you mentioned, the girls into this game, she also has an assist and a steal. Senior Kayla Heck has 3 rebounds and a steal. And also notably, Morgan has 3 rebounds and a steal.
Yeah, a lot of activity in the middle of the court tonight, with ball control being an issue on both sides tonight. I think it'll be whoever can control the ball the best is going to win this game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Curtis, any final thoughts for you as we get ready to go for the third quarter?
The defense got steal balls, no more fouls.
Yep.
And the offense
Control
has
the ball and handle the ball on offense. Make sure you're dribbling. That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Thanks, Curtis. Kiana, we will see you at halftime of the boys. You got it.
Go Chiefs.
All right, back out to start the third quarter. South Tama's starting lineup of Kayla Heck, Takaya Rosenberger, Jeanette Cervantes, Olivia Holla, and Sienna Defoe for the Warriors. Number 13, Dorothy Bear, Sia Bear, Sophie Shikazi, Isabella Kapeyu, and Sade Kapeyu. Sade Kapeyu looking for the ball in that left corner. I can see her already getting ready to shoot. But Dorothy Bear is going to take it all the way to the rim. Her shot is no good. Loose ball, scramble, a whistle. Let's see here. We got a foul.
It's going to be Dorothy Bear. She pushed.
So a foul starts things off for the Warriors. That'll be Bears' fourth. I didn't have her for 4 there, but wow.
Oh, wow, yeah. Only had her for 3.
Yeah, our scoreboard's got her for 4. So that's some foul trouble for the scoring leader of Meskwaki Settlement.
This one's turned over by Defoe, taken by Kapeyu. She'll take a 2.
Isabella Kapeyu from the right side. No good. And Cervantes the rebound.
And already South Tama needs to get some points going, get some life going, just the first 30 seconds of this half down.
Kayla Heck for 3. No good.
Tough there.
Eva Roberts back onto the court for the Warriors. She charges up the right side of the court on the fast break. Her shot is no good, and the loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. South Tama back with the ball here.
Good effort, though, crashing the offensive glass. I had them going into this about a 2 deficit there offensively from crashing the glass for the Warriors, but, you know, you keep on playing aggressive.
Cervantes in and out with Rosenberger. They go down low with Olivia Holla, and there's Holla underneath the basket. Little 5'4" Olivia Holla getting active underneath the hoop.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's, you know, if the jump shots aren't falling, that's kind of where you got to go. And kudos to her for being willing to mix it up down there.
Yeah, again, you know, her mid-game is going to develop as she gets older, especially when you have a shorter point guard like Olivia Holla. Try and just go straight up right in the middle, catch them off guard.
So Sophie Balderas comes into the game for Eva Roberts, and Hala is good on her free throw, making a 3-point play there.
Shikazi's going to pass off to Sia. She'll take it to the paint, and that rattles in and out. And Hala will get this one back.
It's a good drive to the hoop there by Bear, just off the mark. And a foul as the ball got near half court. It'll be a pushing foul against Shikazi. Her first personal.
So Rosenberger will go ahead, take it across the timeline, guarded by Sia.
South Tama back with the lead after the 3-point play from Olivia Hala.
Defoe, Rosenberger, that ball gets swatted out.
Stays with South Tama.
Sia's been doing a good job defensively and offensively for this Warrior crew.
Oh, she's just an athlete. Yeah,
absolutely.
She can really. She's pretty confident, disrupting things defensively.
Yeah.
I think a good template for Olivia Hala, you know, is Sia has not really. She stayed a shorter guard and has had to, you know, compete as an undersized player. Is Jeanette Cervantes there on the bucket?
I actually saw that for Hala. She actually wrapped it all the way around.
Okay, my mistake there. Olivia Hala with the bucket underneath, so she's starting quick in the third quarter.
Yeah, Rosenberger's going to take it across the timeline. Passes over to Heck, left-hand side. Guarded there by Capeyu. Kick it back out to Defoe. Dishes inside to Cervantes. Doesn't get the glass to crash as Bear's going to take this across the timeline.
Sia Bear finds teammate Isabella Capeyu. And that was good. That was a good effort by Sia Bear to just stick with the play. Kept moving forward and found a teammate down low. A steal on the inbound pass, gives it back to the Warriors.
Yeah, definitely applying that pressure like they've always been. They're going to be in it, whether they're down 10, down 15. They're going to keep playing for every single point.
A 2-point game, or yeah, a 2-point game here. 23-21. I think it's going to be low scoring the rest of the way.
Definitely, unless somebody figures out what to do offensively, kind of split up these zones, get a lot more motion going on in between the posts here. As Heck's going to go up for the jumper.
Coming off the screen, banks it in. First point since the first quarter for Kayla Heck. I'm sure she feels good about that.
I'm sure she does too. Has a nice little finger floater there for Sia Bear.
That's Sia's first points of the night. But her contribution has been felt, you know, absolutely more than that as Balderas comes. No, excuse me, that was Isabella Capeyu coming in from the backcourt, swatting it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a big block. As this Meskwaki crowd, who has definitely increased in size since the start of the game
tonight. As Balderas and Shikazi go to the bench for Roberts and White. Paige Krosky getting ready to check in for the Trojans. Aubrey Dolezal just on. Dolezal with a shot just a couple of feet in front of the hoop, no good. Capeyu brings it up for the Warriors.
Roberts going to pass out to Sia Bear, double guarded. She'll pick up her dribble, passes out. Big block by Morgan.
Azalee Morgan getting those long arms out there. And altering the shot, and we have a foul underneath the hoop.
Yeah, Dolezal was guiding her hip there with the dribbler.
Aubrey Dolezal's first personal. And that's the first team foul for the Trojans. 3 team fouls already for Meskwaki with 4 minutes to go. Krosky will come in for Rosenberger. Warriors with the ball, half court.
Roberts is going to go ahead, drive in right-hand side. Tries to lift it up and is swatted away.
Dolezal and Morgan on the defense there, and South Tama will have Olivia Hala dribble it up.
She'll pick up her dribble. Passes to Krosky. She'll take a 3.
Paige Krosky's 3, no good. And the Warriors recover. Eva Roberts on the right side. Dorothy Bear on the shelf with 4 fouls right now, so she's going to be unavailable for Meskwaki unless they're going to roll the dice with her.
Jump ball called there. As Capeyu was able to get her own rebound there as no one was trying to juggle that ball.
South Tama with the possession arrow. And make sure they get it in here. Krosky up to Morgan, just a little too hard on the pass, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, those things that you just kind of work on, that chemistry between each player, kind of know what lengths they can go up, what's their vertical.
All right, here's Sia Bear bringing it up the court for the Warriors. Foul off the ball.
Yeah, that was a reach in.
The second one on Aubrey Dolezal.
That's tough. Because Dozal's been a big presence underneath.
Right.
Especially when Defoe or Vanderwall isn't underneath. And that's going to be a shooting foul called on Morgan. Or, excuse me.
Maybe Krosky, we'll see.
Krosky? Yeah, they gave it to Krosky.
Paige Krosky's first personal. Now the third team foul for the Trojans. So they make that up in a hurry.
Sia Bear, nothing but net. And, yeah, 43.9% from the line for Sia Bear on the season.
And one more. Bear with 4 points in the third quarter here. Rosenberger checks in for Krosky.
And like that, we're knotted up again.
Yeah, back to 25 all. Inbound pass, tipped out of bounds, turnover, back to the Warriors.
Yeah, it's just real difficult. You got to start communicating. You got to talk. Even if it is just pointing, that's the big thing that really differentiates good teams and bad teams, is that communication.
I'm not seeing a lot of that. That's a good point, Hunter. You just don't, you're not hearing a lot of voices from the players.
And here around the world, Bear's going to top of the key three. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Senior Sia Bear heating up here in the second half. She's got 7 all in the last couple of minutes.
Hail Mary shot up for Hala. She's got numbers, or excuse me, Heck. But White will come down with this one.
Kalena White stops up her dribble, gets it out to Bear. Go down low with Capeyu. White and Defoe get tangled up, jump ball called, and the Trojans will keep it. 3-point lead here for the Warriors with 2:42 on the clock in the third quarter. We do have boys varsity action following this girls varsity game, so stick around for that.
Bear passes over to Capeyu, but good job on Rosenberger, you know, applying that pressure, stomping the feet right behind, and that's going to cause a turnover.
Kayla Heck to inbound, gets it to Defoe. And it almost gets stripped out of bounds. Hala collided with the first row of the bleachers there. Trojans keep it.
Oh, this one's swatted by Capeyu. And she will lose this. A nice effort by
Olivia
Hala.
Hala just toes the line on the baseline to come away with the steal. Trojans get it up the court.
Defoe.
From the right side, Sienna Defoe, her first points of the second half. She's got 6 in total. And that narrows the Meskwaki lead to 1.
3 ball.
From Roberts, it's good. Her second three-pointer, and that's something that Meskwaki has had available more so than South Tama, the three-point shot. And we got a foul. Looks like it's against South Tama.
I think the crux that has been the problem of the South Tama team, and we see it definitely tonight with how the pressure's been applied by the Warriors, is their passing is not in those Goldilocks zones.
No.
And those milliseconds are turning into seconds, is turning into, you know, turnovers.
Yep. The other team can kind of telegraph where, or they're sort of telegraphing where they're about to go. The other team can just move and get into position and steal it away. South Tama does not have enough players at this point that are confident and ready to catch and shoot and get aggressive offensively. Kayla Heck has kind of developed that as a senior now, but the Trojans need 2 or 3 of those players to really give Heck a chance, because she can just get doubled and kind of get swallowed up by an opponent's defense. And so far, She's got 2 here in the third quarter, but they kept her completely off the boards in the second quarter. So
yeah,
South Tama's, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying they're just finding the answer to Heck's ability. You know, they took away her floater from the mid-range game.
Minute 47 on the clock in the third quarter. Meskwaki back with the lead. It's been back and forth a couple of times. I think we've had maybe 3 lead changes.
Kick out 3.
Sade Capeu trying the 3 from the right. It's no good. And Sienna Defoe will have the rebound.
Kind of slow it up. Heck's going to take it left-hand side. Needs some more motion. Holla's going to take it top of key. She'll drive in. She's guarded by Capeu and gets the foul.
Olivia Holla back to the line for 2 shots. And it's going to be against number 2.
2?
2, yeah. That'll be against Roberts. First personal for the freshman.
Wow.
And Holla good on the free throw.
Electric from the freshman tonight. She must know that, you know, if there's going to be a winnable game, it's tonight.
Yep. And Holla good on both.
4 for 5 for the line tonight for Olivia Holla. Bear's going to drive in. She's double guarded. Deep 2, 3, they're going to call
real close on the line for Roberts.
White with the effort, but she throws it away.
Goes back to the Trojans. Last touch by the Warriors. Peyton Vandiwall will check in for South Tama. Checking in for Sienna Defoe. With 1:10 left in the third.
South Tama only down by 2. Holla's going to take it. She's going to take it right back out, slow the offense. Now with 1:04, you got time to work with in this third period.
Yeah, full shot clock.
Heck fakes it, goes up, and with a nice little left-handed floater.
Right, with the defender in her face. The athleticism pays off for Kayla Heck as she has 4 points in the second half, and that ties things up at 31.
Got to play big defense here as this ball is going to be thrown away by Sia Bear.
I like her aggressiveness in the passing game. She's trying to force some passes, but I think she knows if she can kind of get out ahead of South Tama in that regard, that's an advantage for them. And
yeah, it definitely works for her. She has 3 assists tonight for Sia Bear. As, again, you just got to put it right in the chest.
Or just put it on the court and just dribble it. I mean, wait until your teammates are there. We don't have to, you know, force a fast break as the transition bucket there for Eva Roberts goes through off of the turnover. So Eva Roberts with 5 second half points now and under 15 seconds now on the clock. Holla, long 2.
A little strong, gets her own.
Gets right back to her. Sia Bear able to come up with the steal. And Bear gets the foul and will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, that's tough. I got South Tama now with 14 turnovers, and I guarantee you over half of those are coming from botched passes.
Yeah. Takaya Rosenberger will be called for the foul. That's her second. And Sia Bear will have 2 shots at the line now. Every point critical with as low scoring as it is. Bear misses on the first.
Yeah, that's difficult for her, especially with how lights out at the line she's been on the season. But I mean, hats off to Sia Bear. She's been able to get this offense through the tide waters as she misses on the second.
And Bear will miss on both free throws, but the Warriors will get the ball back as the ball kind of rimmed out hard to the left side and it went off the chest of Peyton Vandiwall, who was trying to collect it. And the official, I don't know what they're talking about here, but a brief
shot
pause.
clock. Yep.
Yeah, it could
so
be.
they bring it down now to 1.5 seconds. So that's enough maybe for a quick little up.
Yep, little tip in.
Deep
Sia Bear
3.
with the three-pointer. It's no good. We go into the fourth quarter. Meskwaki leading by 2, 33-31. Close game here at the Roundhouse. We'll step aside. We'll be right back after this. Thanks for being with us on Trojan Country. We are back ready to start the fourth quarter here in this girls varsity contest between South Tama and Meskwaki Settlement. The Trojans trailing by 2, 33-31. Pretty active third quarter of play. Both teams kind of getting their scoring going again. Sia Bear came out and had a big third quarter. She's got 7 in total, and that leads, that might lead her team. Well, no, I think we've got Eva Roberts with 8. So
yeah, she had a clutch three-pointer there towards the latter half of the third period.
And Kayla Heck kind of got things going again, scored 4. Olivia Holla had a really nice third quarter. And here we are starting the fourth.
Now already Isabella Capeyu down with the rebound as the 3-ball from Rosenberger's no good.
Kalena White going into the lane. Misses on the shot, but she gets her own loose ball. Another missed shot by the Warriors. This time it's a rebound for Rosenberger. Rosenberger's going to take it all the way up the sideline. And she'll draw a foul, and we'll go to the line for 2. Takaya Rosenberger, South Tama's senior guard.
Yeah, I appreciate that both of these teams are coming out to play. They're playing very aggressive. The most aggressive that I've seen all 4 quarters, and you love to see it.
The third personal on Eva Roberts. And Rosenberger misses on the free throw.
Yeah, it's difficult. When you want to put them down, you're only down by 2.
Yep.
You just got to think it through, and then just don't think at all.
And I think we had maybe a lane
violation? Yeah.
On South Tama, so it will not count the free throw, but it was no good anyway, and we go back with the Warriors now.
Sia Bear will take it across the timeline. Drives in hard, right-hand side. Back over to Isabella Capeyu. Roberts takes a 3 with a hand in the face and no good.
The 3-ball could really be the difference. I mean, you can kind of live and die by that, but if the Warriors have made some tonight, and that could really push the distance of their lead. If they can get a few of those to hit, that might be enough here tonight. Kalena White going into the lane. Kind of loses her footing, puts a shot up, no whistle. South Tama back with the ball now.
Defoe takes a deep 2. Rattles on the back end, but Morgan will get the offensive board.
Morgan recovers. Peyton Vandewaal has to dribble inside, gets it stolen away. Warriors back with it. Sia Bear. Nice move there by Bear. Just a little stutter step. She doesn't end up converting on it, but I like the athleticism nonetheless.
Yeah, I got to slow it down. Think about it.
Kayla Heck trying to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Turnover back to the Warriors.
That's difficult.
Olivia Holla will come into the game for Kayla Heck.
Yeah, give the seniors some time to think. Relax. Got to get high percentage shots.
Kalena White guarded by Morgan. Passes inside. The pass is stolen away by Sienna Defoe. And a foul called on Sade Capeyu, who was trying to get aggressive defending there.
And if she would have waited just a little bit longer, I almost bet you
could have got the steal.
Yeah, could have gotten that steal, or at least a travel, because she kind of extended a little bit on that reach out for the pass.
First foul, first personal for Capeyu. 2 quick team fouls here for the Warriors. That could play a role.
Definitely going
as we have a tight game going into the fourth now. Another foul.
Yeah, on Bear.
So 3 team fouls now for the Warriors. First personal on Sia Bear. Dorothy Bear with 4 fouls, and she's checking back in now. She sat pretty much the whole third quarter, and here she is with 4.
Yeah, you're going to try as Sia Bear's going to go ahead and take a seat.
Eva Roberts checks back in. It's a pretty deep Meskwaki team.
Right, and the talent doesn't really fall off either.
It doesn't. No, they can really kind of go into their bench and not feel too bad. And they have some different components on their bench, forwards and guards alike. A missed shot by Morgan, and Dorothy Bear gets tripped up, loses the ball. Rosenberger now with it.
Holla.
Gets it to Holla. Defoe at the baseline. And she gets tangled up with Kalina White. And White called for a foul. And now 4 team fouls for Meskwaki.
Yeah, you definitely have to play aggressive if you're South Tama. Take what they're given, get to the line every time.
Yeah.
That could be a big difference in this game.
Inbound pass sent out of bounds. So was it ever an inbound pass if it never got in bounds? That's a
But it does
paradox.
still count as a turnover.
Yeah. All right, Meskwaki with the ball after the turnover from the Trojans. And still with a 2-point lead here. You know, it's been a lot of fouls, but the points haven't come for South Tama. They got to make free throws or they got to make buckets. And it might not end up being an issue.
Wow.
Kalina White
What a
right down
dish
the
out.
middle. Yeah, it was a good pass, too.
Yeah, Roberts just had a good vision there. Had her right in the paint. Heads up play. Good team play.
Kayla Heck from the left. No good. Bear went up strong against 2 defenders, and a foul called against South Tama. But, well, hold on.
Yep. I'm going to try to see 20. Was that
That
the
was
foul?
against White, is what they're going
Oh.
to say. And it looks like Dorothy Bear's kind of shook up. She's going to go to the bench
Yeah, she's kind of
with
favoring that.
with a leg injury there.
Right side.
And she kind of took the brunt of that down low, but the foul call was against White. An interesting environment here, too, is we've got a pretty packed house. That's not a normal thing for South Tama to see full crowds from either side. I think our Marshalltown game might have been a little bit like that. Maybe the East Marshall game, too.
It's been close.
Yeah. But I think I wonder if the louder crowd is going to impact kind of the pressure, the mental aspect of these teams. Kalina White going down low, misses on the first, misses on the second. Sophie Valderas, the rebound. And a foul called against South Tama as Valderas went to the deck.
Yeah, this Meskwaki bench and crowd have been really getting into it, and I think that is playing a slight factor.
It's going to help their team, that's for sure, and that's now the 3rd personal on Kayla Heck. The 2nd team foul for the Trojans. Jeanette Cervantes checks back into the game. She's still coming back from a knee injury. She had a knee injury from the volleyball season, missed some time, and has been back for a few games, but still with a brace on that left knee. Foul call
Yeah, Cervantes put her hand down.
against the Trojans here. Kalina White to the line as both teams nearing that bonus situation. White on the first is good.
She's also been lights out from the line tonight and definitely improving her average.
White for one more. No good on the second. Cervantes and now Heck dealing with some half-court pressure. Halfway through the 4th quarter, Takaya Rosenberger lets it fly. It's no good.
Tough thing with that is Rosenberger was dragging her feet. She wasn't quite set, so it didn't look as good as it needed to.
Valderas almost had it stripped away.
Defoe applying that pressure, and Cervantes gets a nice steal.
The steal. Oh, but then just rushes the pass. Capeu, Isabella Capeu got it, and then it went right back to Cervantes, and now a jump ball. Sia Bear back onto the court for the Warriors as Eva Roberts goes to the bench. Oh, no, excuse me, that was Capeu, Sade Capeu.
Sade, yep. So Sia Bear will take it across the timeline, left-hand side. 3 ball, airs out.
5-point lead for the Warriors. It feels like it's a 10-point lead, honestly, the way the scoring has gone. And Olivia Holla responds. Jumper from the left. Holla having a nice game here so far.
She has, and the effort has been there for her.
Valderas has the shot altered by Cervantes.
And
White saves it.
that was a great athletic play by White.
Another jump ball We should start counting jump balls.
I know. It's been a lot.
And Heath Brown, coach for the Warriors, going to call timeout. Both teams had a pretty physical game here. We can see multiple players just kind of winded, kind of feeling it. That makes it competitive, makes it good. I think we're in for a entertaining last 3 minutes of play here.
I agree. You know, and they've been applying that pressure. Both teams have, both offensively and defensively, and that's going to be tiring. I'm pretty sure that Meskwaki's been doing a full court press all game long.
They've really gotten after it. Yep. They have the benefit of having that deeper bench, so they can kind of get more players in and not feel like they drop off too bad. But yeah, at the end of the game, the check's gonna come due at some point for all that energy expelled.
I completely agree.
I'd like to say thank you to our broadcast sponsors this winter. They include Berkwood Village of Tama, Toledo, Salt Creek Wind, Mercy Care Tama, Iowa Premium, State Bank of Toledo, Hardin's, S&S Car Wash, Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Appraisal and Realty Services, Robach Lumber, Stein Robach Floor Coverings, Medicap Pharmacy, Mark Weston Hoyer Law Office, Assured Partners Insurance, Sean Weber's, and TFD Photo and Film. Thanks to all those businesses, local organizations that have kept us on the air, on the road this season. Really do appreciate their support.
No look pass from Cervantes here as Hall is going to get tied up there by Roberts.
A foul called, and that's going to bring South Tama to the line now.
Should. Yes.
And that will be against Eva Roberts. That'll be her fourth now. Well, let's see. Yeah, that'll be Roberts' fourth.
Holla currently tonight shooting 4 for 5. Of course, knock on table.
Yeah. She can narrow the lead, and she's good.
Been lights out from the line tonight.
Olivia Holla with 13. Her and Kayla Heck have really done the scoring tonight for South Tama.
Yeah, hats off to Holla. She's been shooting 13 for 26 normally.
This
and
is on the second. Sienna Defoe right there with a putback bucket.
Excellent job. As this ball is going to be passed in, bobbled by Defoe, but Capeyu is going to come back up with it and apply that pressure for South Tama. Capeyu will take it right-hand side, top of key. Back on over to Capeyu. Sade. Bear, she's going to drive into the lane.
Open look. Sia Bear just got right around her defender, had just enough daylight to get a clean shot up.
Hall is going to go ahead, drive it in. Passes over to Defoe. She'll take a deep two. Shallow and off the mark.
2-point game, and the energy in this roundhouse ratcheting up as we get to the 2.5-minute mark.
Yeah, and a 2-point deficit. It's been back and forth.
Yeah.
I almost want to say they've tied it about 4 or 5 times with maybe, like you mentioned, 2 or 3 lead changes.
Yep. Sia Bear with the ball, top of the key now, over to the left. Isabella Capeyu floats one over the defender.
You almost wonder how that one went in. She was on her back heel, leaning over left-hand side.
It was really acrobatic, but it went through, and that pushes the lead back to 4. Rosenberger tries one, no good. Put back by Heck is good.
Second chance points for South Tama coming up big here in the 4th.
Kayla Heck with 17 points to lead the Trojans. So far, I've only got 3 South Tama players recording points tonight.
And that is very well possible. Our shooters come and go.
Capeyu outside to Sade Capeyu.
Kick it out. Oh, nice pump fake by Isabella.
Down low to Sophie Balderas.
And exactly what Cervantes needs to do. Normally she puts her hands down and that gets called every single time. No, unfortunate turnover there for South Tama.
Outlet pass up the court, sails out of bounds. Turnover for South Tama. Sophie Balderas will go to the bench for the Warriors. On now, Kalena White.
And White's big inside the post play.
White working with 3 fouls. Dorothy Bear and Eva Roberts both with 4. South Tama doesn't have anybody over 3 right now. So a little bit of foul trouble for the Warriors. And they have a double bonus situation. So any sort of foul called against Meskwaki, South Tama will have automatic 2 shots the rest of the way.
Sia Bear is going to go ahead, spin around. One defender takes 2, goes up. And
just couldn't get it across the top of the rim, but she'll go to the line. And that will be foul number 2 against Jeanette Cervantes. 4th team foul for the Trojans. Sia Bear for 2 shots.
She is 2 for 4 on the night.
And misses on the first. And Meskwaki has they've just kind of towed this tightrope down the clock of the 4th quarter. Never really getting beyond 6 points ahead of South Tama, but they've kept South Tama at a distance.
Yeah, here, nice move by Heck. And a deep 2 from Rosenberger is good.
First points of the night for Takaya Rosenberger go through at a critical moment. That ties us up at 40.
Less than a minute now to play as Sia Bear is going to drive in. Kick out to Capeyu. Back to Roberts. Bear's going to drive in, takes the floater up and in off the glass.
Strong drive there by Sia Bear. She's
Holla.
having a heck of a second half.
She's got numbers. Too strong. Off the mark.
And the Trojans keep it. Cervantes rattles it through.
How about that? Second chance, third chance opportunities for South Tama, tying this game up.
And we have a whistle, timeout. The Roundhouse is rocking tonight. I love it.
I love it. Especially, you know, I was thinking about it that Meskwaki is only 4 miles away. The high schools separate by 4 miles, and you can really tell with the community engagement. It's a great night tonight, able to come together, supporting the cause, Coaches versus Cancer. And you'd love to see it.
You've got multiple kids that have you've got common families, common students that have played at South Tama, now playing at Meskwaki. So a lot of commonality, and no better occasion to come together tonight and bring the 2 schools into a competition. We don't really get it. You don't really get to do it in the fall. The football seasons don't really work out with the 8-player format that Meskwaki plays, and the volleyball teams don't really ever get together. But here in the basketball season, it works out well.
Yeah, it's really great that, you know, all the players get to come out for this, and it's an engaging game.
It is, yeah, and we get rewarded with a tie game here with 21.9 seconds on the court for South Tama. Olivia Holla, Kayla Heck, Takaya Rosenberger, Jeanette Cervantes, and Sienna Defoe. For the Warriors, Shikazi, Isabella Capeyu, Sade Capeyu, Kalena White down low, working against Cervantes there. Isabella Capeyu takes a shot from the left. We could go into overtime here.
Don't jinx it.
Shikazi for 3, it's no good. White, the put back, twice it bounces, it's good. 4 seconds, timeout called. And we'll see if any time goes back on the clock here as Coach Kiana quickly whistled for a timeout, but it was not after a bucket by Kalena White. I think that bounced 4 times on the rim before going in.
Absolutely, and that,
wow.
And how about that?
What about dramatics?
Able to come back through it. She kind of tried to put the back behind, right-hand side, gets her own rebound, goes back up, attacks the glass, and that's exactly what you want to do. And really tell why she's the all-star of this Meskwaki team.
3.3 seconds will be what we have left. South Tama will have an opportunity for one last shot. You get it to Kayla Heck here, I think.
Oh,
she's been their leader. And Meskwaki would be probably well to double team her. But I think you've got 2 players in Holla who's been really hitting in this second half, and Heck that has kind of been doing it on both sides of this game. But South Tama is going to have to start from their far baseline. So the first thing is just getting the ball to where they can take a shot.
All right, here we go, 3.3.
Cervantes one-hands it, whips it up to Defoe. She's going to have a second to put it up. It's no good. Meskwaki will come away with the last second shot from Kalena White. And the Warriors move to 10-8. Final score 44-42. And the Trojans cannot find a win here in this 23-24 season.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, of course, with their matches coming up. and it's been difficult. Our girls have been playing tough. They've been playing very hard.
Yep.
And you just kind of wish that if you had the second half effort like you had it, for the first half, we'd be looking at a different team. But
and South Tama without a couple of contributors tonight, with Madison Hitchcock on the bench. The Trojans without Jasleen Lastly. I'm not sure what the circumstances there, but she's not even with the team at all right now. And those two play important minutes, and I'd like to see what South Tama would have looked like with those two available.
Exactly.
For sure.
Lastly, who is just a lights-out three-point shooter. She has them if you need them, and has been clutch in a lot of games.
Yeah.
Definitely, like you said, the presence is missing, because Hitchcock also really good on the inside.
All right, we're going to take a break here while we get things set up for this boys game. We'll be back with a breakdown of the matchup between South Tama and Meskwaki boys.